you almost ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. What's up?
What are you wearing?
What's wrong with that?
No, the outfit's fine. You're Leatherman.
Fine, I'll take it off. This better?
Yes, that looks much better. Wait, that's not a watch. When did you get that?
This? It's my Leatherman. A few months ago.
That's a Leatherman? Well, it looks very nice. You can wear that one.
Alright, perfect. Are you gonna do something with your hair?
What's wrong with my hair? Let's go, come on.
What's going on, everyone? So today's going to be a little bit different type of video. We're not going to really be talking about the truck. We're going to be talking about a product here, and I'm going to be a little hand model today. So, or wrist model, however you want to put it. So I've been wearing this now for quite a few months. Some of you may have noticed it in my videos whenever I'm working on the truck or doing something, that you may have seen it on my wrist. Now what this is, it's the Leatherman Tread LT. That's the model that I got. And like I said, I've been wearing this for quite a few months now, whether I'm working on a vehicle or on a house or what have you. I've had this on me. Now, this is technically men's jewelry, but honestly, it's functional and it looks pretty cool when you're actually wearing it on your wrist, which I've gotten quite a few compliments on it. And you know what, let's just go ahead and talk about it really quick. It's got plenty of functions. Right here you'll see this is the clasp to lock it down, but it actually doubles as a 1/4-inch socket, and let me just show you here in a second. So I have my 10mm, if it wants to focus. There's my 10mm, surprisingly enough I found it, and it doubles as a socket holder. So if you have sockets on you but your wrench breaks or what have you, you can use it as such. I've also used this just as the socket itself. When I was doing something and I needed just the socket, it was like an adjustment, and I end up using this to adjust it. The other thing that it has is a seatbelt cutter. This is a pick for whatever you want, but it's also for the cell phones, like to get the SIM cards out of the side if you have like the hole somewhere. I have my phone case on, so. It's also got a bottle opener, Allen wrenches. This one is a 6mm. It's got sockets, well not sockets, but regular closed box end wrenches. This is a 10mm, I believe. Yeah, because I have a 10mm, an 11mm, and I forgot what this one is. Let me look. It's a 5/16. So this one's a 5/16. You got flathead, Phillip head. Got a little smaller Phillip and flatheads as well, more Allens. Now this one, I specifically wanted this one because I never know what I might need it for, but might need it one day. This is actually for an oxygen tank. It's an oxygen tank wrench key, so you can open up oxygen tanks. Here's a smaller hex head. Now this one, this is the only flaw in this bracelet that I've had, and I'm going to be contacting Leatherman about getting this replaced. This was a, well, what should have been in here, it fell out, is a pick to bust a car window open. So if you're trapped in the car, you have this to cut the seatbelt or cut anything really, and then you can bust the glass out with this. It was a nice little point, but it fell out at some point while I was wearing it, don't know when. Also have a couple Torx head wrenches on here, and this bracelet honestly has come in handy quite often. And let me play a clip for you guys right here. It's going to be, we were driving home with the boat trailer one day, and when the light bulbs went bad or burnt out or had water in it, something like that. So I end up using the 10mm on this to hold the one nut. I use my other Leatherman wrench to undo the bolt and take apart the light so we can replace the bulb and travel safely at night. Let me play that for you guys right now. Put the right one on. perfect. So there's that clip, and I mean, I've used this thing multiple times since then. And another way that I found that you can use this is if you can get it around or onto something. So like a hose, I was taking a hose off a washer. Yeah, it was a washing machine, and it was very tight. My wrenches were upstairs. Actually, yeah, wherever my wrenches were, they weren't anywhere near me. So I ended up just wrapping the bracelet around the hose end. So my fingers were the hose end. I wrapped it like this where it locked it. I was able to loosen. I just cracked my knuckle doing that. But if you're able to lock it or get it like torqued on there, you can use this to crack whatever you're undoing, and it'll actually loosen up, so then you can do it by hand. And that came in handy for me and my brother, who also has one of these. I told him about that, and he was at a wedding, and guess what? He was wearing this at the wedding, and they couldn't get I think it was a champagne bottle or whatever they couldn't get open. He ended up popping the bracelet off of his wrist, wrapping it around the bottle, twisting it open. So if you're ever at a wedding wearing one of these, which is honestly why I bought this, is for special occasions, because when I wear my regular Leatherman, as you saw in the beginning of the video, sometimes your date isn't overly fond of you wearing your leather pouch on your waistband while you're wearing nice clothing. But this, however, mimics a watch band, and there's no watch, but it's at least, it looks nice while you're out on the town or at a wedding or baptism or bar mitzvah or wherever you go. I mean, it looks good. It's functional, which is my favorite part, because I like things that are functional and come in handy, and that's why I wanted this. And no, this video is not sponsored by Leatherman in any way. And I mean, I've had this thing in Lake Michigan swimming with me. I've had it in pools. I've had it out in inclement weather. I've used it in the cold. I've used it in the heat. I mean, you can see that it's kind of scratched up in some spots and worn out if it wants to focus. But so like the wrench heads, as you can kind of see there, it's very dirty. And they have two versions of this. They have the black one, which I got, and then they have the stainless steel option, which is, well, stainless steel. I ended up going with the black one because that's just my style, and honestly it's been holding up very well. It's not rusty in any form or any way, and I mean, I've had this in so much water, it's not even funny. And I mean, I've used it for several occasions. I've used the wrenches, used the screwdrivers on them. You can see that the ends are, the paint's coming off a little bit, but nothing major, which is awesome, and which I really appreciate it. And honestly, if you're looking for a gift for whether it's a guy, a female, whoever who likes to have their Leatherman always on them but tends not to wear it for special occasions, or sometimes just if you're out and about and you just don't have your Leatherman on you, this is great to have. It's not going to have a knife or a big wrench on it. So all in all, this would make a great gift, whether it's for yourself or for a significant other or spouse, whoever it might be, best friend. And I mean, I bought this for myself because I was at the store, I saw it in the shelf, asked the clerk about it, and they told me they don't sell too many of these because not too many people know about them. And I ended up contacting Leatherman. They ended up giving me a pretty good price on this, so I can tell you guys about it. And so far, after a few months of this, with this just being the one flaw to it, I will be contacting them about getting this replaced, because it would be nice to have that, but honestly I don't use that often. Everything else about this has been staying pretty sturdy, and the first couple weeks that I had it, the screws would come loose in a couple spots, so I would just have to double check the tightness on them. But since then I haven't had an issue, and it's been a few months. And the other thing about this, it is Tsa compliant. I've traveled through the airport several times with this bracelet, down to Puerto Rico, back here, and honestly, it's great to have. And nobody even, I mean, it doesn't have a knife, so it shouldn't not be compliant, but the fact that I can still have my Leatherman on me on the plane, and if something were to go awry, maybe I can fix the plane. Who knows? No, I doubt that. Well, you know what? You never know. But definitely check this out, because this is honestly a pretty cool bracelet to have. And when in doubt, I can, you know, maybe not so much there, but, you know, you get the point. Anyways, that's the Leatherman tread. This is the LT. They do have different versions of the tread. They have, I forgot what they are, but there's like 3 different ones of these. They come with different accessories or attachments for the bracelet. Fully adjustable. You just have to undo the screws, remove a section to adjust it, and the only downfall to that is you lose some of the tools, and the ones I took off are a Phillips, a flathead, and a couple hex heads that I don't really use, so I didn't think I needed them. So I ended up taking them off to be adjusted to my wrist. Now, if you have a smaller wrist, you're going to lose more tools. If you have a bigger wrist, well, you can have all the tools. But honestly, this is very, very useful in a handy person's day, or just somebody who wants a functional bracelet, or want to carry their Leatherman at a wedding but usually get yelled at for it. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a dislike. I know this is a different type of video than I normally do. However, I did want to talk about this since Leatherman was gracious enough to give me this for a really good deal. And honestly, I've been happy with it. You guys should definitely check it out. And as always, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And I will catch you later. Bye.